$30.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so in addition to stuff that's coming out, we are coming up on E3. We got a lot of cool previews this week of the stuff that's going to be at E3. The first thing we did is we got to go and hang out at Capcom and see a couple of games that they're showing right now. Might as well talk about the one that stood out for me the most, which is Dark Void. And that is the 360 and PS3 third-person action
and PC.
game. Yes. Third-person action game where you are a fighter pilot and you kind of go through the Bermuda Triangle and find yourself in a strange new world, and you come across this jetpack. And so a lot of the gameplay is flying with the jetpack and then shooting and using cover in a kind of a Gears of War style.
Are you being evasive as far as how you get the jetpack specifically, or
well, I mean,
the whole element of the guy, or are you trying to keep that?
You mean Nikola Tesla?
Well, that's exactly what I meant without saying
Nikola Tesla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now it's insane.
I just want to know if you're
cool.
being.
It sounds cool, right?
It's epic. I mean, because that was the latest sits down.
I want to be clear. We played one level, and it was kind of in the middle of where the game is. So this game is going to be a fall game, and so we just kind of got a chance to play about 15, 20 minutes of one level start to finish. Right.
Yeah.
But it sounded cool. The story. So we didn't get to see any of that story play out.
She was basically like, you go through the Bermuda Triangle and meet Nikola Tesla.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, what? And he's like, no, I've been here making cool stuff, and here's a jetpack and stuff. So that, I was like, what? So it's like Rocketeer meets Lost, really, is what it is. It's like amazing. And the gameplay is so much fun. And you know why it's fun? Because it's really hard. It's like really hard to master, but it's sort of, you figure it out and you're like, okay, I get it, and it takes a little hitting into things and exploding to find out what's going on. But once you lock into it, it's like Gears of War with a floating mechanic. I mean, it was
because you can use the jetpack anytime. You can hover with it, and you can sort of be behind cover like in most games, and then decide, oh, you know what? I'm just going to fly over to that guy, and you can use it. And you can also take off and use it in a really fast way where he kind of gets horizontal and is really going.
And the
there's
animation
no limit to when you can use it.
The animation was really fun.
Yeah, the physicality of him
how I would
flying
do it
is
if I was like, oh crap, back, it's going.
very Greatest American Hero.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about it.
Couldn't be more excited. This is the premise for the game, as you said, is perfectly. It's so geek centric. It's so like the old. It's what Spielberg and Lucas constantly tap into, that old Republic serial vibe, that Flash Gordon-y.
Actually, this would make a great premise for a movie.
Yeah, I asked her. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yes, it absolutely would. And I love I love that you can do any of the abilities at any time.
Yeah.
There isn't the vehicle level. I mean, perhaps there would be, but it isn't like, this is a sniper level, this is this level, this is the level. Now, like I said, there might be those modes, but you have all these abilities.
You don't feel like you get into a vehicle and you feel like, now I need to use my ability to do this.
It's not jetpack time and shooting time. I can still use my jetpack in shooting time and figure out strategy that way. And I can break into enemy UFOs in a very cinematic way and then use those flying machines to... It's something that I was trying to tap into in discussing the Uncharted 2 multiplayer last week, and that how it's different playing this style of game as a multiplayer game than first-person shooter, because first-person shooters, you do your routine.
Right.
And in this third-person-y game where you have all these contextual-based things to do,
you get to you get to play. It's almost like Wolverine.
You get to play.
Where they give you these abilities and you just get to have fun connecting stuff together and figuring out how to do it. It's almost like
vertical platforming.
Yeah.
So Gears of War just has that hug to cover. This is vertical hugging to cover,
which was epic. Yeah.
I'm going to temper this a little bit because we did only see one level in the middle of the game. Yes. And as enthusiastic as you guys are, I am also enthusiastic. I think the game is going to be pretty cool, but I'm very worried about the level design. And I think what I saw in that level was pretty bland as far as you do this, you do fly and do the thing, and then you land, and then there's like
another box.
stuff to step behind until you go down the hallway and get to the guy to kill the guy, and then you go to the next hallway, and that hallway is vertical, which is cool, but it is just a hallway to get to the thing where you need to blow up the thing.
Right.
I'm hoping that they really blow out the options for the levels and make it a more interesting experience, because as cool as the concept is and the mechanic of playing it is, I was pretty underwhelmed by what I was actually doing.
Interesting. Okay.
Just so good, because this is very per our show. The score is done by Bear McCreary, who did the score to Battlestar Galactica, and it's the one thing of Battlestar Galactica that was always awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So holy crap, setting the atmosphere and the tone for this game.
Yeah, it's